we're in a new position. And I'm sure that this was not an easy decision. I'm sure that there are a lot of demands on UD's resources where people said, well, gee, if we do that, how are we going to do all of these other things? But leadership at the board level and at the president's level demonstrated that UD saw, both for itself and for this community, the opportunity that this created, and stepped up and provided that leadership, and is setting forth a vision that I believe that we can all embrace for the future, and to think of where we can be. And I really believe, you talked about, Dan, about buying a headquarters from a Fortune 500 company. Well, you know what? I would argue that the University of Dayton is much like a Fortune 500 company itself, and that it brings a lot of resources in terms of research dollars, student tuitions from outside of the state and across the state, and many other resources that it secures in this region, and helps drive both the Dayton area and this state's economy. And it's important. It's important what the University of Dayton does and the things it can do through UDRI. And I will tell you this, that you mentioned a little bit about history, and we have Brady Kress here, and we're talking about a little bit of Dayton's history. And I will tell you that someday, people long after those of us who are working here are gone, historians will look back at this day, much like they looked back at the beginnings of NCR and Meade and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and they will say that this was one of those decisions. This set the ball rolling for something that is generating the future, that generated what Dayton's economy will be 50 years from now, which I believe is a vibrant place on the move that's going to show the world that Dayton is living to see a better day. And it takes leadership to do that, and I want to congratulate and commend the University of Dayton for providing that leadership.
Thank you, John. Thank you. And now for our other esteemed alumna, Deborah Lieberman. Excuse me, Deborah Lieberman.
Good morning. What an exciting day. On behalf of my colleagues, Dan Foley and Judy Dodge, who's down front, and Deb Feldman, our county administrator, and everyone at Montgomery County, I want to congratulate the University of Dayton on their announcement today. You know, the purchase of the former NCR World Headquarters and its incorporation into our campus is a remarkable step for the whole Dayton region. You know, it's hard to believe it was just 6 months ago that we were dealt that blow, and we couldn't have felt any worse as a community. And as I look around this room today, a lot of our partners, and everyone seems to have smiles on their face, whether it's Jim Leftwich from the Dayton Development Coalition, you know, our friends at the City Commission, Oakwood, Kettering, Chamber. We're all pretty happy about this, President Kern. So thank you, thank you, thank you. UD has been critically important partner for all of us as we have worked to make Montgomery County, Dayton, and our whole region recover from our recent economic downturn. And I am particularly pleased that UDRI will be the main occupant of that facility. The ongoing work that UDRI has been doing for a long time has had a positive impact on our community. And the presence of IDCast down at Techtown and our new hub of innovation that our state partners were so kind in making sure Dayton was designated as that site. Those are pillars of our county's economic development strategy. So it's all working together. It's all coming together, and we are so excited about this announcement. And what a great Christmas present. Thank you so much. As President Kern said in the press release today, the University of Dayton's research prowess and reputation, particularly in areas such as high-performance materials, sensors, nanotechnology, and energy, attract excellent students, scholars, and researchers to Dayton, where we are working hand in hand with the region to create a future of innovation and invention. And we believe that these are the businesses and manufacturers of our future for the Dayton region. And with this great new facility to make all of our possibilities come true. Indeed, we do have a bright future in Southwest Ohio. And as an alumni, I just want to say that I think having the Alumni Center there is brilliant. Because, you know, it will have a place for all of the meetings and chapter meetings that we have, alumni events, and it'll be nice to have a nice facility. And also the fact that the excellent lifelong learning programs will be there, I think will be a better home, and I think it'll give it more identity, so thank you. Again, congratulations to the University of Dayton and all of our partners that helped make today's announcement. The leadership and vision of UD has again demonstrated why it is one of the true strengths of our community, and I thank you again for all of your efforts.
Thank you, Debbie, and thanks for pointing out the representatives from Oakwood and Kettering, our neighbors. Would you just raise your hand and be acknowledged? Thank you for being here. Thank you. Great neighbors. Well, on behalf of the University of Dayton, thank you for sharing in the news of this wonderful development for the University of Dayton and for our community. The entire University of Dayton community is delighted to secure this wonderful building and property as the western anchor of our campus. While we are saddened by the departure of NCR from Dayton, this transaction is another great example of the wonderful relationship that has existed between UD and the company for over a century. We intend to continue to honor the legacy of John Patterson with our plans to help foster innovative growth in Dayton, our region, and all of Ohio. So thank you for being here today. Please enjoy refreshments. Everyone on the dais will be here and available for the media for interviews after this. And last but not least, Merry Christmas. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the university, a happy, healthy, peaceful, and prosperous new year. Thank you for being here.